When you're searching Destiny Discover for books, you will also have access to all of the digital content owned by our library, all of the ebooks and audiobooks that are part of the collection. And these can be seen from the search results when you're searching in the library. However, when you're signed into Destiny Discover through the Wake ID portal, you will then also have the ability to borrow these digital copies, and you can read or listen to them right on your Chromebook or other device. So if we were doing a search for the crossover, you would see in the search results, we have physical books here. The crossover is in, crossover graphic novel is out, and Rebound is out. And then you have these other ones here. The ones here that have an E, these are eBooks. So you would be able to read them on your device. And these here with the speakers are audiobooks. You would be able to listen to them. You might also notice that at the bottom below, instead of hold, for the books that are in the library, you would see open instead. And that's a clue that you are going into some digital content. So when you click on an ebook in Destiny Discover, you'll still get the same sidebar here as you would with the book, and view more details and the summary that you would see here. But now you would have a button here that says open. This will only take place if you are signed in through the Wake ID portal. When you click open, it will bounce you out to another sign-in screen where you're going to sign into what's called Sora. It's an app that is produced by OverDrive, which houses our collection. And after you're signed in, it would take you to the record for the book, The Crossovers. This is the digital library, and you can see the record for The Crossover here. From the screen, you could read a sample, or you'd be able to borrow a digital copy. So that's one way that you can get to the digital content. Another way would be from the Destiny Discover home screen. If you find and click the OverDrive Sora app under Learning Resources, it will open up the login screen to Sora. And this time you will land on the Explore page when you are in Sora. And you're going to be looking at exclusively digital content, just ebooks and audiobooks that are part of our library's collection. As you scroll down, you'll be able to see different collections of books that have been put together. So if you like a specific genre or category, you'd be able to find those and be able to look at those directly on your computer. You can easily see also which ones are audiobooks by the speakers that would be below the picture of the book cover. And of course, you would be able to click the search bar and type in what you are looking for. So as with Destiny Discover, you can see that there are different results, but this time you're only looking at just the ebooks and the audiobooks that come back when I type crossover into the search. So for the crossover, I can click on Read Sample, and it would take me into the book, and I would be able to preview the beginning of the book and read some of it before I decided if it was something I wanted to check out. And you could scroll through the different pages. You can do the same for audiobooks. Click on Listen to Sample. And this time I would have a media player here at the bottom. So you'd be able to click play and you would listen to the beginning of the audiobook.
Just like you and JB on the court. It's okay, I guess, Dad. Okay. Did you say okay? Boy, you better recognize greatness when you hear it.
Now, if you've never listened to an actual audiobook before, it may be different from what you are thinking. Real audiobooks like this one are produced with voice actors doing the narration and the different characters. They're very well done. So if you've never done an audiobook before, I definitely think you should give one a try, even if you listen to a sample to see if it's something that you might be interested in doing. So back here at the search results screen, I'm going to go ahead and borrow the digital copy, digital ebook of The Crossover. And just as with the sample, it will open up the book, but now I'll have the entire book here that I'm able to read. So if you bring up the menu and click on the A in the top right corner, you'll see all of the different things that you can change about how your book looks. You can change the size of the text, larger or smaller. You can change the text appearance, so that would be the background color and the color of the letters on top of it. You can change to different fonts that are listed depending on what you like best. And when you're looking at the fonts, you can also change how far apart the lines are for easier reading, and you can make the text bold or normal depending on what you like when you're looking at your book. Now let's borrow an audiobook. So I'm going to borrow the audiobook for Booked, also by Kwame Alexander. There are a few things you can customize when looking at the media player for your audiobook. At the top, you see what looks like a timer. When you click it, that's going to be the playback speed. If you feel like the speed at which the narrator is talking is a little bit slow, you can speed that up and you can try out different speeds until you find something that kind of feels comfortable, a comfortable pace for you to be able to listen, and it doesn't feel like it's dragging or going too fast. So you can drag that faster, and you could even go slower if you need. You have the ability to set a timer, so it will automatically turn off after a certain period of time. And then you can also drop in some bookmarks if there are certain things that you like and you want to be able to come back to them. The next time you return to Sora after you have exited, you're going to land on this page. This is your home page. So you're going to see any of the books that you have already started, and then some notes and highlights if you can take, and as well as some recommendations for other things that you might like. If you go over to your shelf here at the bottom, that is where you can see the ebooks and audiobooks that you have checked out. You'll see that it includes when the books are due. And you'll also notice that these are downloaded. So they downloaded to the device, which means that you don't need to be online to read or listen. So you need to be online to borrow it and download it, but then after it's on the device, you do not need to be connected to Wi-Fi or data or the internet in order to read or listen to your book. From the shelf, you can also click on the title of a book that you've borrowed to see some additional options. So here you can see that you can return your ebook or audiobook if you finish with it early. So when you're done, you come to your shelf, click on the title, and then click the return button, and it will go back into the collection for someone else to borrow. If you don't return it by the time the loan period is up, so that's 2 weeks, it will automatically return itself, and it would go back into the collection. So you would need to borrow it again or place a hold on it. You do have the option to renew your book as you get close. If your ebooks or audiobooks are coming due, you can come here and try to renew it. If no one else is waiting for it, it will give you an additional time with the book. If someone happens to be waiting for it, you won't be able to renew it, but you will be able to place a hold on it so the other people would get it. And then when they are finished, you would be able to check it out again and finish it. Another great thing about Sora is that it is run by OverDrive, which is the company that provides ebooks and audiobooks for the Wake County Public Library. So if you have a public library card, you can connect your public library account to your school account right here in Sora. Some of you may be familiar with the Libby app that Wake County Public Library uses for ebooks and audiobooks, and it is very similar because it is also run by OverDrive. When you're using the Sora app, you can borrow books from both the school and public libraries. If you're using the Libby app, you would still need to use Sora for the school ebooks and audiobooks, and then Libby for the public library collection. So Sora would be the only one that allows you to look at them together. So to do this, you'll click on the three lines in the top right, and you'll see libraries, and Salem Middle School will be listed, and then you would have a button for Add Library. And when you click that button, you would need your Wake County Public Library card and your PIN. An adult can help you with that. If you don't have a Wake County Public Library card, get one, go to their website, and it'll give you some information on how to do that. And then you will be connected to the public library. So what this means is that you can search both collections from right here in the Sora app. When you return to the Explore page, you'll notice that it says Salem Middle School below the Explore heading at the top. If you click on the arrow, you will also see any other library that you're connected to. So the Wake County Public Libraries would be here. You can also see that you can add that library from here as well as from your profile. When you click on Wake County Public Libraries, you will then see the collections of ebooks and audiobooks that are available through the Wake County Public Library. There are thousands of titles, and it will show you just the ones that are for teens and for kids. And you'd be able to borrow them from here, and you'd have them all together on one shelf in one app. Speaking of apps, Sora is available as an app for your smartphone or your tablet. Just go to the Apple App Store or Google Play and search for Sora by OverDrive, and you will be able to download the app to your device. You'll sign in with the same access that you use to sign in on your Chromebook, and then you'll have access to your library wherever you are. Hope this helps. Happy reading.